What's up, guys? Gold Gaming here, back with another tank review. So just before the start of the video, as I always say, if you want to send me any replays, please feel free to hit that link down in the description. I'll take you to my Discord server, where you can post any replays in the respective channel, as well as my Discord information if you want to DM me replays if you so choose. I also have a email down there that you can email me replays. Of course, with a short description, like the amount of damage, what tank it is, and what map, and we'll see if we get them onto the channel. So, as you can probably tell, I'm going to be doing a review on the Type 62. This was a requested review by a viewer, and yeah, let's go and get into it. So, just before we get into the compared tanks and Armor Inspector, I'm going to run through my equipment loadouts as well as the provisions and consumables. So you can see I am running the calibrated shells for the extra penetration. I also got the improved modules as well as the camo net because it is a light tank. You want to, improve that camo. If we go ahead and drop down, we got enhanced gun lane drive, proof assembly, and the engine accelerator. I do have refined gun as the dispersion is, well, it's not the best. And I also got the toolbox for repairs and the consumable delivery system. Go ahead and run over to the provisions. See, I am running double rations as well as the improved fuel. And then we come over to the consumables. Of course, I'm running the basic, both the repair kits and the engine booster. Alrighty, let's get into compare tanks. Here we are in compare tanks. As you see, I got the Type 62 versus a couple of the other Tier 7 tank destroyers, light tanks. As you can see, there is a lot of red and a lot of green. Well, mostly red. I got the 62 up against the SPIC, the AMX 1375, the M4 Walker Bulldog, and the T71. So if we go ahead and look at the firepower departments, that's a tongue twister. This thing is very, very decent DPM. Of course, the Bulldog is better in the DPM department because it's got the, a 3.5 second reload in that 160 Alpha. We go ahead and drop down to the penetration. So you can see it is not the best penetration across the board, but it is not the worst. It is roughly average. And, of course, the rate of fire is 4.8 seconds reload. The Bulldog, of course, has the 3.3. Go down to the weapon handling. The aim time is not the best. It is average. It's more or less lower than the other tanks. And, as you can see, with its stock, it is 3.3 or 3.4 on the dispersion. Of course, it is the worst out of the other four. We go ahead and drop down to the movement and handling. As you can see, 60 going forward, 23 going backwards. It's not the best. The Bulldog, of course, is better in going backwards. But the thing that this thing excels, it is actually faster on softer terrain, being your grass and your sand, and snow, I think. It has better acceleration and terrain resistance, so you'll be able to pick up speed faster than most of the other tanks, but you're not going to win a race against them. The other thing to notice is, of course, the camo after the shots. There's still 7% concealment, which is really, really good, and of course 29 across the board. It's not the best, but you can pull off a couple of tricks that we'll show you in the 2 replays we got. Whereas the miscellaneous, we go ahead and look at the armor. As we can see, this thing does have the better armor. It's armored, but it's not like armored. It's still paper thin, and people will still be able to splash you with HE. And, yeah. The other thing to note is that this is a premium tank. It's one of the few premium tanks at Tier 7. So it does make 164% credit coefficient compared to the others at 89, 96, and 95, 96. And, yeah. So let's go ahead and head on to Armor Inspector. Okay, so here we are in Armor Inspector. As you can see, we got the 62 versus the, or being shot by the VK 30.02D, the German medium tank. So as you can see, there is a lot of green, very little red. So again, like I said, this thing has no armor. It's all about speed. Of course, you can get the occasional bounce on the top of the turret if you're lucky, and if you have to, there is a small chance you'll be able to side scrape and bounce a couple of shots. You just gotta be wiggling and turn at the right moments. Another thing to note is the gun mantlet is spaced armor. Of course, Blitz Armor Inspector does not says it will go through, but it's just spaced armor, so you will get the occasional bounce on the gun mantlets. Even when you're using the, again, Blitz needs to be up. This thing needs to be updated as it says this thing gets 5 degrees. It actually has 7, which is, very, very workable. That right there is about 7 degrees, give or take. See, so that is 5. That is about 7. If you get lucky and you're rolling back and forth, you can get a bounce on the top of the turret, as it is 45 mils. It becomes auto bounce zones. The other thing to notice is if you have the tank turned at a certain angle, this does become an auto bounce zone as well, as they'll not even be able to pen you. But of course, your sides are still very weak. The next thing to note is oh, actually, that's just about it. Of course, it can be HE'd all over as it is a light tank, and yeah, it is all about that speed. All right, let's get to the tube replays. Okay, here we are on Naval Frontier. As you can see, we are on the south spawn. We are not the only medium/light. We got the Progetto and the Bulldog. And the enemies have what is it? The T-49 and and a Bulldog as well. Sorry. So we are going to go ahead and pull up on the right flank. We do have the support of a tank destroyer, which is not going to be too much help for the beginning. We are going to pull around and get into a somewhat good spotting position if you're lucky. Again, this thing has no armor, so you cannot play this front line. We do go ahead and spot the SU. Try to get a shot in. Of course, we completely miss. We're going to go ahead and pull around, get some sick air, and get into this bush and start capping C. Now, one thing to note is, right here, I start sitting still. If you look down at the bottom, the camo net will appear right there. And I am now off the radar. The nice thing about having the camo rating is I am not spotted. This guy cannot see me. Even after I shot and pulled back, he was not able to spot me. So that is one thing to note, is the camo rating is fairly useful on this thing. Again, it is a light tank. So we're going to go ahead and continue on. The RHM is over here. We just switch to the HE and put a 321 roll. We're going to get down. I try to switch to AP, but I get lucky and actually pen his rear with HEs for a 360 something, I believe it was. And we are going to fail HE the Bulldog and start capping B. I do get hit by the meal, and I do misfire on the Bulldog instead of getting behind cover. And yeah, I'm now a potential 2 shots. 1 shot to the Orsic. I will go ahead and say the replay does end quite sooner. I do accidentally ram this guy. I had a little bit of lag issues right there. I do barely get away from him. I don't put a shot in, and I get eliminated by the T-49. So it brings the end to this replay, as it was a little bit shorter. We go ahead and the team did comfortably win, as you can see. We did 3 points. We got a third class. I did 1.092,000 damage. Made 35,000 credits with only 1 kill. Pretty good credits. And of course, you go to the leaderboard. I was not top because I did not last too long, but our T25-2 did a good job. And next replay. Here we are on Lost Temple. We are on the south spawn, and it is us with, or for the team lineups, we got me, of course, we got a AC-1 Sentinel, and a PZ-4S. So we're going to go ahead and pull up onto the right side, as we usually do, and try to get into a good spotting position. Again, the view range on this thing is really, really good, so you can get into good position and take good spotting spots. So right now we're looking for shots. The T-34-85 Victory was spotted, so we're going to go ahead and pull up, put one shot into his rear, damage his fuel tank, and we are going to pull forward and get another shot in just before he reloads and dunks it into the ground. We're going to pull forward again, get one more shot in before he's eliminated by our Sentinel. And now we're going to go ahead and cap C-base. Right about here, B-cap is going to start being capped, so we now know that there's no one else on this side of the flank right now. And then the Su-100Y has just been spotted. That is going to be my biggest threats. So again, the camera rating is really good, as I am literally able to take a shot in plain view and not get spotted. Unfortunately, auto-aim screws me over, and I hit the SU's gun mantlets, and the Tiger II eliminates our Su-100. The M4 Bulldog has been spotted, and we are going to put a shot into him and pull around to his rear, and I believe get one more shot in to take him out for our first kill. PZ, of course, helped out, and that is actually going to be a tank I'm going to probably do a review on. If you're watching this within the next couple of days, and it is in the Black Friday sale, I would recommend getting it. It is a very good tier 6. So we're going to pull around, load up that HE, put one into the side for 300 damage, and we're going to continue our path of destruction as the PZ does take out the Nashorn. We're going to pull forward, try to get shots onto the KV-1S, run into the rocks, of course, and pull back around. And the biggest surprise of this thing, Su-100Y looking at me. Thankfully, he dunks it right into the rock, and the KV-1S is brought down to 1 HP. We go ahead and take him out for our second kill, and we're going to go ahead and pull up and around. All that's left on this side of the flank is the JG right there and the SU. Unfortunately, dunk another one into his gun mantlets, and we're going to pull up to right here. Get one shot into his upper plates. We're going to pull back, and this is when I noticed the JGBZ. I'm going to put a shot into him, take him out for my third kill, pull forward, and load another shots, take out the SU for my fourth kill. All that's left now is this Tiger II. I do try to get a shot onto him. I do miss. I'm going to hit the engine booster and try to attack him, because I'm a big, mean, scary dragon with little armor. Unfortunately, I bounce that shot on the top. I pull around and I bounce another one, and I'm like, okay, time to start aiming. Unfortunately, I stop right here. I should have kept going, because then I wouldn't take this shot. But don't worry, this isn't the end. I'm going to pull around, try to get a track shot in. Unfortunately, I have to load up the heat to get through that front plate, but our SU does take him out. And yeah, very quick game if you ask me. So we went ahead and ended on a first class, I believe. Yep, first class. We did 2.3 thousand damage, made 56,000 credits with the 4 kills. Of course, got Top Gun and the first class. We're going to go over to the team. I was not first, but the SU did a fairly decent job. Alrighty. If you guys want to see any more reviews like this, of course, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell, to be notified when I upload in the future, and also let me know you guys want to see more of this. If you want to send me other replays, if you want to send me replays, I have a link in the description that will take you to my Discord server, where you can, of course, post any replays in the respective channel. There's also my Discord information if you want to DM me, if you so choose. There's also an email that you can email me replays, of course with a short description, like the amount of damage you get, what tank it is, and the map, and we'll see if we get them onto the future. If you want to see any more reviews, let me know in the comment section what tank you want to see, and we'll see if we get them onto the channel, if I have access to the tank. Coming up in the future, I do have another requested review that will be up probably within the next few days. As well as the FE215B review I'm going to be doing sometime next week. Tomorrow I'm going to have a couple of Minecraft videos that are going to go up, or tomorrow and Sunday. I'll have those going up, and we'll see if we get another World of Tanks Blitz replays in. Yeah, I think that about sums this video up, and until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield.